Hello, everybody. I'm Robin O'Neill. This is me reading stuff, coming at you from the shittiest part of Beverly Hills, California. Good afternoon. Sorry I'm late. Good morning is what I normally say, but good afternoon, good evening, good night. Talk to you guys later. Goodbye. I wish. I'm really tired, but I still want to talk to you guys, so I'll keep doing this. But I'm going to keep it short because I haven't been true to my word here lately, have I? Been giving you guys extra long podcasts lately, but you got to give me some credit here. I'm still one of the shorter podcasts. God, there probably is some dumb thing called a podcast for marijuana lovers or something. Podcast? Let's look it up. I guarantee there's something called podcast. Hold on, let me check. Of course there is. It's called the Podcast. Here's the description. Long-form cannabis breeding and cultural podcast for budding enthusiasts. Get it? Well, if that's something you're into, more power to you. Anyway, I'll sometimes listen to a lengthy podcast, but not very often. I don't love committing to a long podcast when I'm listening, so I don't know how you guys feel. Maybe one day I'll do an extra long one just to see how it goes, and then I'll find out just how much you guys can possibly hate me from hearing me for 3 hours. On a scale from 1 to 10, how much do you guys hate me right now? You guys liked, a couple of you mentioned that you liked that I asked my dad what he didn't like about me. And on a scale from 1 to 15, just to keep it a little bit more positive, how much do you love me right now? Let me answer those questions, too, about myself. Because, as you know, I'm always so full of both love and hate for myself. I'd say right now I hate myself. Out of 10, I'm at about 4.7. Room for improvement, but not terrible for me. And as for how much I love myself right now, what did I say? 1 out of 15? 1 out of 15, how much I love myself. I'm gonna go with it's not gonna be good. 5.27. Sorry, gang. I'm emotionally unstable. You know this. Let's do a couple more questions and then I'm gonna read to you some shit. Tell me the things. I was gonna ask something about being a teenager, but I don't remember what. I guess let's just go with an easy one. Like, what is the thing you miss the most about being a teenager? For me, I think I just miss the cluelessness. You're almost not even conscious when you're a teenager, if you ask me. I miss not understanding just how dire things are. I hope that makes sense. I also miss my bedroom closet now that I'm thinking about it. I had all sorts of things about that closet that I loved. It sounds maybe that doesn't sound erotic. I don't know what it sounds like, but it sounds like I did crazy things in there, but I didn't. I just spent a lot of time in my closet, which sounds funny, obviously. But it's true. And lastly, my stomach kind of hurts today, so I'm going to ask you, what consistently hurts your stomach or your digestive system, yet you eat or drink it all the time? Because I've noticed that everybody has something like this. Like, they just can't fucking get enough of it, even though it rips them apart. For me, I don't really have anything like that right now, but it used to be coffee, of course. And I'm still coffee and caffeine free since March, I think 15th, you guys. I hate everything about it. I'd rather have my stomach writhing in pain like it used to. It used to feel like it was going to explode like I'm in a Cronenberg film or something, but I can't do it anymore. I'll end up in the hospital again if I start drinking caffeine. So, fuck me, you know? If you have a nice, regularly beating and functioning heart, I demand that you get on your knees right now and kiss the floor or the earth or the bathroom tiles, whatever you've got near you underneath your feet right now, because you're much, much luckier than you probably know. Not to be all sad sacky on you, but the truth is I'm a sad sack. Am I? I don't know. Maybe. You guys tell me. Okay, moving on. A poem. Today I'm really, 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 really excited to read you Etel Adnan. Some of you artists listening might know her as a painter. She is a painter, poet, writer, essayist. I think she even does tapestries. There's nothing she can't do. She was born in Beirut in 1925, I think. She's a lesbian, Lebanese American. Hey, just to be clear, in editing, I heard this where I said lesbian and Lebanese, but that's because she does identify as lesbian and she's Lebanese. So that wasn't some joke I was trying to make. Just want to be clear. Poet, visual artist, etc. I already told you. I'm going to be reading from To Look at the Sea is to Become What One Is, an Etel Adnan reader. This is from Nightboat 2014. It includes, it's necessary, this is mandatory me reading stuff material. And again, as usual, the muse of this show, Stephanie Gehring, poet extraordinaire, who I will put another link to. You guys check her out. I always knew Etel Adnan as a painter. I knew her as a visual artist. I had no clue that she has this incredibly rich history as a writer. So I got this book while I was in Texas, and I am loving it. I'm just going to read you a few short pieces from one of her poems called In the Heart of Another Country. I'm going to read you two sections. It's broken up in sections called Place, Weather, My House, A Person, The Same Person, Education, Business, Politics. But I'm going to read you from Place and People. This one's Place. So I have sailed the seas and come to be a city by the sea in Lebanon. It is 17 years later. My absence has been an exile from an exile. I'm one of those people who are always doing what somebody else is doing. But a few weeks earlier, a fish in warm sea, no house for shelter, but a bed, from house to house, and clothes crumpled on a single shelf. I am searching for love. Okay, and then here's People. This is the cruelest place. A man in a motorboat hit a swimmer and sped away. The skull was broken. A large space of blood covered the sea. Painters rushed to the scene to make a painting for sale. A girl was killed by her brother because she smiled to her lover. A house in the city was set on fire because they wanted the tenants out. A rebellion has started. The rebellion of the rich against the poor. Yes, to make sure that the latter do not multiply, rather that they be dead, and the sooner the better. There we go. We're throwing books. We're hitting the table. We're getting excited. You guys, buy this book. Trust me. That isn't even the tip of the iceberg with her. What am I going to say to you? What can I possibly say? Really quick, I just want to thank you guys for listening. I haven't said that in a while, or maybe I said it last week. I don't know. Thank you guys for reviewing the podcast. I see I have some new reviews. I'll check those out, and I'll thank you publicly very soon. I want to give you guys a few dates really quickly. First of all, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter for this information. I'm at ROBYN_ONEIL. And I love hearing from you on those two sites. Not in direct messages very much, but I love hearing from you in the regular comments. I don't always open direct messages, so if it's not an insult to any of you, it's just, I don't know. I don't want to get into it. I just don't feel comfortable. I mean, if I'm already talking to you in direct messages, then we're good, but I get a little nervous if I don't know you personally. Okay. Listen up, Texas. I'm coming back. That's right. Next week, I'll be there. I don't know what day I get there, very soon. And if you're in Fort Worth, I'll be giving a lecture and a book signing at the Fort Worth Modern Art Museum. That is on Tuesday, October 17th at 7 p.m. Then the following day, Wednesday, at Wild Detectives in Dallas. That's going to be at 7:30 p.m. Book signing. And then Friday, San Antonio. I love you, San Antonio. Blue Star Contemporary. Extra special thanks to them and to Frank for inviting me out. That will be a book signing and a lecture too, I think. So I'll see you Friday, October 20th at 6 p.m. San Antonio. I got some more dates coming up in San Francisco and Chicago. I'll tell you about those soon. But before that, I'd like to close by reminding you that I understand. I think you know I do. I know you're doing your best. I know a lot of things are painful and upsetting and bullshit right now, but remember, we're in this together. I love you guys. Keep dying, keep writing it down. Good night.